Welcome back, my friends. My name is Eric. This is Mellow7 Gaming, and I just realized I should have gone back and watched a little bit of episode 1 to verify that I, in fact, have everything set up correctly. But we will just pretend that it is and hope I don't have to redo this again. Alright, anyway, we are playing Mech Warrior 5. We are going through the tutorial kind of campaign now. We just ran through the initial mission with our introduction to our Centurion battle mech. We saw poor old dad get cut down in the prime of his life by evil Russian-speaking baddies in a king crab looking for a set of mysterious coordinates. We have escaped in our leopard dropship, but the system is being blockaded and we cannot leave. We have hopes that a friend of Rihanna's here named Spears is going to help us out in that regard. But in the meantime, we need to see to the repair of our mech. So let's walk out here first and take the top-down view. I really like the way all this looks. Now, if you walk up here to this area where we have our javelin, you will see that it gives us a full readout on the javelin. You can see we've got 4 medium lasers and it is in good shape. However, down there you see the remains of our Centurion. So let's walk down here. You can hit shift to run in this case. And we're going to cruise down here and you will see that in fact our Centurion is missing a leg and arm, has no armor anywhere on its body at the moment. It even took a head hit at some point. It is armed with an LRM-10, the 2 medium lasers and the AC-10 that we saw earlier. So, we need to go down and talk to Fahad. Now, you can, in fact, just leap. There's no fall damage for you in this view. Feel free to jump off. You can jump all you like. However, we'll play things a little bit easier, and we'll take the stairs. And again, you'll see all of your mechs lined up here for your 4 bays right there. There's our Javelin, there's a Centurion, and we don't have anything in the other 2 at the moment. Down the stairs we go. I really like the fact that all the screens actually show what you're looking at. And I still love standing down here looking up at our battle mechs. The Javelin's not a big mech as these things go, and we tend to think of them as small. But when you're standing under here, you realize that they are not, in fact, actually all that small. And you can, in some of these, you know, walk around and kind of take a look. My friend Tug says he's got a still back here behind one of them. I haven't found it yet. Still looking. We will get him with his contraband at some point. Alright, let's go talk to Fahad.
Hey, mate. Figured you'd want an update on the Centurion. Took a bloody beating back there, so fair warning. It's gonna be a while before she's operational again. Means you're gonna have to get comfortable with the light mech over in Bay 1 for now. She's a good girl. Won't let you down, you treat her right.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, heard that before. Anyways, you know the drill. Access the repair terminal here. Once you're done, I'll get started on the work, eh?
Alright, so as a co-op pilot, you can't mess with this, but as the commander, you can. So we hit E to access that, and they're going to walk us through here. 2 ways to repair damaged armor. First is the repair mech button on the battle mech screen. The second way is to edit loadout. You can hit repair all there. So it's going to work just like, very similar to battle mech. If you've played that, yeah, I guess that's it. The loadout screen works very similar to MWO as far as that goes, and we've seen it in the beta as well as we set stuff up. Both methods actually confirm starting the work order. C-bills will be immediately deducted from your funds, and work will finish for the appropriate amount of time has passed. So, note this method will repair any damaged weapons and equipment, but it will not remove or replace them if they're destroyed. Alright, so we're going to click here on our Centurion. We're going to take a look at it, and you can see it is in really bad shape. So for now, I am just going to hit repair mech. We're fine with kind of the general loadout. You know what? Here, let's do edit. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. So we've got the LRM, the AC-10, our 2 medium lasers. You can hit details here to get more specific information. I wish it kind of defaulted to this, but you know they're trying to make it easier at a glance to see what's going on. So we can come over here, and in theory, there's a repair all button. We click that. Everything's going to work. It's going to cost us 216,000 C-bills, and it's going to take 46 days. I'm going to say, hold on, let's back up for a minute. Paint mech. Yes. Now, because we paid for the expensive version, we have 2 additional paint schemes which we can't actually see very well because we're too beat up. We'll look at it on the next one. We have this one, the IE pattern, and then we've got the Chloe's Cavaliers pattern here, which ties in with that horsehead rock formation I showed you earlier. Interesting. We click it, but it doesn't actually change the colors to that, which is interesting. We'll leave it as it is for now. Let's just repair the mech. When we click it from here, it gives us this. It tells us exactly what the cost is going to be and what the breakdown is and how many days it's going to take. We're going to go ahead and start the order. Now we're going to go ahead. I'm going to click over here on the Javelin. And let's take paint. Let's take a look at paint here. So, default pattern is there. So if we take a look at Applejack, it's not changing our colors, which is interesting because in the past, whenever you clicked on another one, it would. So let's go to Chloe's Cavaliers here. Let's reset the colors. So that's the standard color there. And then this is the IE one, which is another, you had to buy the top end one. And now that we've reset colors, they're going to run there. So I guess, I don't know. Not sure I'm buying that. And you can see that's the similar pattern that the dear old dad was running on his Victor when he passed away. There's our default. There's our digital. We've got a lot of options here. You can paint them like the major houses. These are all colors that were also kind of at the beginning of MWO. And these can all be changed. I'm actually a real big fan of this one. I just like the snowfall color. Except where's my color list? Somewhere you can type your colors in hexadecimal there. Trying to remember how I did that one. I just made it kind of a... So we've got color saturation kind of over here and shading over there. And then I'm going to make these maybe kind of a cherry blossom color. There we go. Not the most aggressive or warlike paint scheme, but I like it. I don't know if we'll stick with it, but for now, that's what we're going with because I like it. That's it. That's all it takes. That's all we need for that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and hit tab to close the screen. And apparently now we head back up to talk to Mech Mommy and see how Rihanna's doing up here.
Hey, Commander. I've received a transmission from Spears in response to my request for help. Take a listen.
Rihanna, I received your message. I'm sorry to hear about Nikolai. He was a good man, and an even better pilot. He'll be sorely missed. I assume his son will be taking over the operation. Nikolai was always bragging about the boy's skills. Well, I hope he was right. I've begun working on a plan to get you safe passage out of the system. But it's going to take a little time. I expect you already know by now that whoever attacked you has set up a blockade to prevent your escape. It's a large system, though, so we can use that to our advantage. As soon as you receive this, I want you to proceed to the outermost planet in the system. It's a little more than a hunk of ice with a few leftover mining operations on it. There's an abandoned power station there. Now, I've got it on good authority that local raiders are using it as a secret cache for their ill-gotten goods. I know you can use supplies and materials for your repairs. I expect you'll find what you need at that location. I've attached the exact coordinates to this message. Once I have a proper plan in place, I'll contact you again. For now, be safe.
All right. Time to suit up, Commander. I've already input the coordinates. All I need is for you to sign off and get us there.
Understood.
All right, so we can hit E to contact the console right here. And you can see here we've got everything going on. Conflict zone, no tracked objective, view log, view transmission. Drop us down a target location. Drop us down well away from the target location. Let you do your thing. Target's abandoned power plant. We know the raiders have been using the area as a secret cache for whatever goods they've managed to pilfer. So with a little luck, we'll be able to recover the material. All right, so we're going to go ahead and accept that. The mission's going to be smash and grab. That is our... Let's take a look at our contract. You can see here we can take a look at our battle mechs. We've already done that. Hitting tab will open and close the screen as well. You don't have to interact with the table or with the controls down there, the consoles, if you don't want to. Purely an immersion thing. You can run around specifically to do it, or you can just stand where you are and hit tab and, I don't know, do all this on your phone, right? On the smartphone app. And here's our contracts. Contracts tab, the available contracts are listed on the left. Employer and potential playout, negotiation, difficulty, and mission types for each contract are shown. There you go. Click on the contract, gives you description information, all that sort of good stuff. So we're going to click it. It says it's part of this. Well, find out here. Before you accept the mission, you're given an opportunity to negotiate the contract. We've talked about some of this already. Base payout is fixed with contract regardless of the fixed amount the contract will pay, regardless of if you succeed. So even if you fail, you're still going to get this amount of money. The C-bill payout, which can be negotiated, is an additional amount if you actually complete all the objectives. So you get paid for that, and then you will get paid a little bit more if you actually do well. Some of the base payout, C-bill payout added together down there. Salvage shares used to claim mechs, weapons, equipment. Damage and coverage is insurance that pays out to cover the repair task for that particular one. So we are going to get X number of negotiation points. You can see right here, 1 negotiation. That depends on both. I'm going to sneeze here. Your standing with the customer, with the client, right here. So in this case, Interstellar Expeditions, which is what our paint scheme is for if we wanted to use it, we are neutral with them right now. So we get no additional negotiation points, right? +0, they're indifferent to us. Our negotiation points depend both on our overall lance reputation and then our standing with the faction itself. So we can use that 1 point to put into either additional C-bill payout, into salvage shares, or into damage coverage. So base payout in this case is 0. If we don't succeed, we get nothing. If we do succeed, we get an extra 250,000. We can boost that to 365 if we want. We could get damage coverage here. That will give us 172. So that would be what? 350, 422. Whereas this would do this. So if you think you're going to take damage, if you think you're going to take more than, up to 172,000 C-bills in damage, this is going to give you more money than this will. But this is just base cash that you can get regardless. So for instance, if you take 30,000 C-bills worth of damage, you're going to get paid the full 365 here if you do it this way. If you take the insurance instead and you only take 30,000, you're only going to get 30,000 of this. So you would only make 280, the 250 plus the damage payout. So you can kind of look at it both ways. It just depends on how you're going to do. Alternatively, you can just go for salvage and hope that you're going to get some cool salvage, some loot, some items that you're going to want. It takes a fair number of salvage points to get a mech. So for instance, we saw mechs would take anywhere from anywhere from 6 points on up, depending on what type of condition they were in. So, a small to medium mech in reasonable condition could easily cost you, 12, 13 salvage points. So there's no way we're going to get a mech with our 4 points, but we could get some cool items. We'll go ahead and dump it in there. I think, to be fair, probably early on, you're better off taking money. If you haven't played the game much, you're probably best taking the damage coverage to kind of mitigate some of that. But you know what? We'll live dangerously. We'll go salvage shares. Oh, hold on. Let me go back and view the contract. You can see here, glacial ice, clear conditions, battle area. That's how big the map is. Time of day, it's going to be morning. We're going after bandits. It's part of the campaign. Difficulty 5 and 10 days. Now, campaign missions more or less go as they go. So we're kind of locked into this for a little bit. So we've got our point there. I can close that back out. Our mech is ready to go. Oh, hold on. One more thing to look at. I think it's on the screen. Difficulty of 5. So this goes up to 100. All right. So remember, within the beta, we were playing difficulty of like 40, 50, 70, and 90, something along those lines. So this one is a 5. So single light mech is essentially what we're looking at here, with the tonnage limit of 30 tons. Well, we're bringing this little dude in who happens to be 30 tons. So coincidentally enough, we're set for it. Now, it's really because we just have the one mech. You could say that maybe the ice on this planet in this area is unstable and so it can't handle a bigger mech stomping around, right?
Prepare for Battletech departure.
And again, Anne will let you see night vision in the dropship if you so choose.
Hangar doors opening. Stand clear.
Well, yeah, in the leopard here.
Online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All
Weapons?
systems nominal.
So the voice of the dropship, as well as all your
The
mechs.
abandoned power station is
We'll wait for-
located on the other side of the ridge. You should be able to make your way through the pass undetected.
All right, so
Do that.
yeah, we're done talking now? No, we're not. All right. So the voice of the dropship computer, as well as all of the mech
That
computers.
Zeppelin you're piloting is lightly armed, Commander.
Shut up,
But
Rihanna.
what it lacks in firepower and armor, it makes up
They're
in
so-
speed and
so chatty.
mobility.
Good try, Rihanna, but I'd still rather have the Centurion.
Are we done?
Can't blame
No.
the girl for trying.
No. Shut up. There we go. Anyway, the voice of the mechs and the computers is often called Bitching Betty because she's always complaining about you, or at least at me, about my heat being critical. The voice happens to be BB Wolf, spelled with an E on the end on Twitch. She's a friend of mine. She's good people. Make sure you swing by Twitch, give her a follow, say hi, tell her what a good job she did, because she did an amazing job for this. I had the pleasure of getting my butt kicked by her at the MWO launch party way back when her team took the victory, overall victory at the competition, and I had the distinct pleasure of carrying her trophies around for the rest of the launch party. Let's take a look at our mech stomping through it. Now we have jump jets on this one. So if you look at the bottom, you see my jump jet fuel going down and my heat going up. Not quite sure. I guess we're supposed to jump up there. And so we will.
Jump jet fuel low.
I guess we could have walked up the path too, but where's the fun in that? Now you do want to save a little bit of fuel for the landing. If you don't, you will damage your legs. If you're in a big mech and you hop down a cliff like this, you will damage your legs. So be careful about that. Jump jets are awesome though. We had a video in the beta discussing it, so go back and watch that if you're curious about more information about jump jets.
The power station being used by these raiders is derelict, Commander, but you can bet its perimeter defenses won't be. My guess, the raiders will have turrets stationed around the perimeter. If that's the case, it means they must have a generator close by. Find and destroy that generator before assaulting the plant, and you'll have a much easier time of it.
So we've got our weapon
Got it.
group set up
Thanks.
with 2 medium lasers. Our
Heads up,
weapons
Commander.
happen to be in our torsos,
Enemy units
so they are going to
ahead.
go with the little
Could be a
X
raiding
cross
patrol.
hair rather than the diamond crosshair, which is our arms. So that is an issue. Get our lasers back up there. Everything's recharged. You can also stomp on the vehicles. However, doing so could do leg damage because they do explode. As we work our way through, let's hop the buildings. Of course, we clipped it. We took a little bit of damage. Guy's taking some damage, huh? Oh, we can't get over there because it's our arms were turning, but our torso couldn't go any further with that. There we go. Zoom back out. I'm going to go back into first person. I do a better job of maneuvering that way now. We take a little bit of damage on our arm, but again, there's nothing in our arm, so it's not really that big a deal. I take the shot, even though we're
Destroyed.
a little bit farther away. Remember, you can shoot at stuff that is farther away than the minimum if you need to. And we're supposed to destroy this, so I'm just going to...
With the generator blown, the turret should be disabled now.
Oh, and I couldn't get there. Again, he's too high up for me to get my
New target.
weapons up to. We've got one more overhead somewhere. Where is he? There he is. Now, see, I can get my arms up there, but I can't get my torso up there. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to jump. We'll get the angle we need, and we'll take him down. So, arms on the diamond, bodies in the torso. You can lock these together, which I do recommend, actually, initially. I think we got him. Yeah. Because it does make things a little easier to keep track of. However, later on, you're going to want to do that. Now, if we go to... I'm going to stop us here. Let's hit X. let's go into our commands because I do want to look at something real fast. And we go to options and we go to controls. I want to change my, let's see. I want to change my left shift to toggle. Right now, might even change my control that. But let's try shift first. Arm lock. Chain fire, interact, battle grid, arm lock. So right now, this will, if I hit shift, it will reverse my arm lock. So if I have it off, it'll put it on and vice versa. I'm going to change it to just toggle it on and off. So we're going to click here. Whoops. Leave your arm lock unbound. That's fine. Right now, if I lock my arms together and I hold shift, it would mean I'll be able to move my arms elsewhere. But I have to hold shift down to do it. I would rather just toggle it, one button, do what I need to do, and hit it again. So I'm going to hit pause, and I'm going to back up, and we're going to resume. Now we'll look. Right now, see those two things are not locked together. I hit shift, and now they are. Now, I don't have any arm weapons, so there's no reason right now for me to have that extra reticule. It's just a way to get confused about what's going on. So I'm going to lock them together on this mech. However, when piloting something like the Centurion, where your AC-20 is on a different location, those appear to be destroyed, is on your arms as opposed to the center torso where your lasers are, it's nice to be able to move that arm up and take shots.
Geothermal power plants up ahead. There's a number of storage buildings in and around the plant itself. I suspect that's where they're storing their loot. Time to smash and grab, Commander. Once you locate the storage crates, mark it for pickup, then move on to the next building. From my initial scans of the site, I've marked where I think the crates could be located. Look there first.
All right. I've got jump jets, so we're taking the high road. Now, if you clip something while you're jumping, it will take away your forward momentum. So you see, we lost all our forward momentum that way. I think they want us to run around, but we're going to try this one more time. I don't know if I've got the jump jets for it. Yeah, there we go.
Jump jet fuel low. Jump jet fuel empty.
Now we're going to take some leg damage. Nope, we had just enough there to get back. I don't know if we avoided anything by going that route or not. I think that's the route we were supposed to have gone, but I've got jump jets. I'm going to use them. Somebody's shooting at me.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Anybody else want some? Now where am I going? I'm confused. Oh, we skipped the other waypoint because we walked the stupid tutorial. Oh, wait, let's come back and hit this other waypoint since it's clearly not going to let us go till we do that. So we'll run back over here. We'll click it. That's the problem when you try to get smart and do things the right way rather than the way the tutorial wants you to do things. Who's around here? It's there. I think we can still jump up and hit this one this way. She probably told me why I was supposed to do it a specific way, and I probably just ignored her because I was busy talking. No. It's just right there. We did that, right? We went through here. We hit this, I thought. Okay. Search the build. Ah, I'm supposed to search buildings. So we come in here. I'm not just reading. There you go. That's what happens when you don't. By search, do you mean destroy them? Locate and mark the salvage crates. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to do that. You shoot me now. Oh, another one.
Acquired. Target destroyed.
Are we done? Oh wait, so I'm reasonably certain that these glowy red things are in fact what we're supposed to be doing. But I'm not sure how I'm supposed to be... Okay, well, I don't know. I think we searched it. I'm gonna run up the hill here. Then we'll run and look the other one. Maybe they're both at those? I'm not actually sure, since I didn't actually see any of this mission. I was busy putzing around in the, in the fast action while my friends were working their way through this bit. On purpose, I didn't want to spoil it for myself, but now I'm confused as to what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. Oh. Okay, so let's come over here. Do we think they're the stuff inside there? Oh, is that it? Or these back here? Hold on, hold on. I had a deal there. E. There we go. Stop moving, stop moving. There we go. I got it figured out. I do have to come back over here. I'm gonna go back into first person view so I have a better chance at seeing this. Ah, got it. All right, so we got one.
Marked for pickup.
Oh, so I don't see anything in that one. How about in this one? Nothing. Oh, okay. I got it. I got it. So let's go back here and see if we can find the others. I see, said the blind man to his deaf friend. Come back out just because I like watching the mech stomp around. I saw some people who are like all upset about the fact that there's third person in this game. Look, you can have third person and enjoy yourself and have a good time without it being a horrible game, guys. I promise. It is actually a thing. Somebody say, well, there's no point to first person if you've got third. Well, that's not true. I think this game is actually easier to play in first person once you get used to the leg movement and stuff. Easier to aim. Alright, so we found... we're not finding any others. There we go. Alright, so we've got two of them.
Okay, got it. Keep looking.
Are there buildings nearby? Let's stop and check our map. So we've still got the one deal showing up there. Okay, wasn't that where we just were at? I don't know, there's a lot more running around on this one than there needs to be. I'd like to say if I wasn't recording, I would have figured it out faster because I'd be paying attention rather than just telling her shut up so I can tell stories about getting my butt kicked. But it's entirely possible that I would. Entirely possible. Alright, so there's still stuff at the north facility. Somewhere. In here, maybe? I don't see anything there. Oh, up out here, maybe. Ah! Sneaky gits. There we go. Back up a little bit. Can I not? I guess there's still too much crate on there. There we go. Perfect.
Alright, that should do it. Go ahead and meet me at the exfiltration point. If you see anything worth blowing up on your way out, say a weapons depot or something, I want objects.
Alright.
Understood.
Okay, so a little bit more running around back and forth than we probably needed to do, but hey, we're going to say that we were trying to get more experience with what we were doing. Now, I'm not... Oh, so there's a weapons depot here, in theory. Now you can see it's going down in health. Now we can shoot it, or we can just walk through it. Like I say, you can walk through buildings without taking any damage at all, but if you do end up in something that explodes, well, you'll take damage. I think that'll go. Oh, we got tanks. You can see he's got a machine gun and medium laser. Oh, what does he have? More bad guys. On the other side of the wall, he's hiding. Again, machine gun, medium lasers, and he's just plowing through the rocks. Machine guns will make your day bad if you let somebody just keep going after you with machine guns. There we go. Hop the wall. Some of these walls, by the way, are serious. There's a couple of them that'll just stop you dead in your tracks. You'll be screaming along, and all of a sudden, pow! You're not screaming along anymore. We're about 400 out. There we go. All right, what does that guy got? He's got LRMs. LRM 20, 210s. We're gonna zigzag. We're gonna think small thoughts. We got him. Now what we can do is we can hop, spin around easily, and miss the shot, because that's how good we are. We did it fancy and we still missed. We get a machine gun and small lasers. You know what? We're just gonna stomp this dude. Now you see we did take damage. We actually took CT damage there, it looked like. I'm not sure if it's because he was shooting machine guns at us as we ran up on him. We just about lost an arm. The right arm is just about gone. We took a little bit more from that, but I think it was worth it to kill him fast. And off we go to our exfil. And we can hit F, and all of a sudden our legs go where we want. Or we can, V. We can hit C, and our torso will tie back in. We can just skip along on our jump jets. All right, let's take a look, see how the results for this mission went. All right, so we've improved our reputation a little bit. This is going to slowly work up. Right now we're green. We're almost to just nobody knows who the hell we are, which is apparently an increase. So you can see we increased our standing with Interstellar Expeditions by 9. However, these local bandits we've dropped by 7. We've got 150,000 worth of salvage. We took 66,000 damage worth of 66,000 C-bills worth of damage. So if we would have had insurance, it would have paid for that. Remember, up to 175,000 or whatever. So we would have been better off just taking the flat cash, because we would have only got the 66,000 there. Now we do get salvage. We got 4 points. We can come through here and pick these. Now all of these weapons are just basic. Notice these 4 empty boxes here. As the gear gets better in quality, those boxes will be filled in with white. So these are all basic stuff. So however, you know what? I'm going to take burst fire here, AC5, because it's a pretty decent thing. Do we have any ammo for it? No, we got another one down here. And you can see they're worth 125,000. So they're good to take. If you don't really know what you want, just take what's worth the most cash. Medium lasers are worth 40. Yeah, we'll grab a couple medium lasers too, because we're going to go through medium lasers at some point. So that's our 4 salvage points. Grand total of 330,000 is what it's worth. So, you know, we did okay. So total payout was 150,000. It cost us 66,000. So we made about 90 grand in that, and about 300 and what, 330 or whatever it was in salvage. You can see here, we took some damage. Taking damage, I believe, is what increases this. This is the amount of, this will reduce damage. So essentially damage mitigation. So if something hits you at 20 and this is a high level, maybe you take 15 instead, right? This is your heat cooldown. So as you manage your heat, I'm not really sure. I think you need to run hotter to increase this rather than just stay cold the entire time. I've kind of played with both, and it appears to be running closer to the hot end of the scale is what increases this. What this is going to do, it's going to increase the total amount of heat that your mech can run, and it's also going to increase how fast you cool back down again. Excuse me. So This is a very important skill in the long run. Not as important for me right now with the mechs I have. However, even some light mechs can be very heat intensive, especially if you're on the jump jets a lot. And this is your evasion, so this is your chance of avoiding enemy fire. Now, I do not know how this works. I tried to find out. I looked through the manual, and the manual says there are 6 skills. There are 3 weapon skills. There's shielding. There's heat resistance. And that's it. They completely forgot to put anything in here on this. So I'm not 100% sure of whether this is going to actually increase the maneuverability of our mech, or, in fact, let's take a look. Can we see a stat on that right now? I will take a look at it in a minute. In fact, no, hold on. This is what we're going to do. Let me find the Javelin. Let me hit Tech Manual here. And this is the Tech Manual for the Javelin. So you can see right here in 2751, Stormvanger Assemblies introduced the Javelin as a recon mech with the firepower to survive being spotted. By the opening shots of the First Secession War, the Javelin had not yet been fully integrated into most regiments, but centuries of warfare have proven reliability of design. Despite the destruction of its only production facility, the Javelin remains a popular mech, especially in the regiments of House Davian. It has gained a reputation as a versatile and mobile mech that can appear almost out of nowhere, giving rise to the aphorism, sneaky as a Javelin. I like the Javelin. I think it's a criminally underrated mech. It's very, very good. You can see here it's got armor, firepower, cooling, speed, a max range of the weapons that are equipped on it right now, and a jump distance of 64. There's a couple different types, one of which happens to have the SRM6s. Can we click the other variants? We cannot, but you can do, this is the 10N here. We have a 10F, which is this one right here. So a little bit different. Each one, slightly different. So this one is 4 medium lasers instead. This 2 SRM6 one is just beastly. However, I do not know if, let's turn that back off and get to the screen so I can see what I'm doing. If that's going to improve anything like speed, or if there's some hidden stats similar to what MWA has as far as things like torso twist rate, and how quickly something can stop, start, and turn, how those work. I don't know if that's going to improve those, or if that's just going to be a shot that looks like it hit misses. I hope it's additional maneuverability for the mech. I've got uno momento, por favor. All right, I've got a Roomba out there that was running down the hallway at us, so I had to get the door closed before the Roomba got here. Anyway, I hope what it's going to do is it's going to increase the maneuverability of the mech rather than just make a shot that would hit miss. I think that's kind of a cheesy way out of it. I'd like to see something that just makes the mech more maneuverable and faster and easier for you to miss. But don't know that for sure. So we'll find out. So you can see here we've got the 6 skills. Each of them have a cap. In our case, as the commander, they are all capped at max at 10. So we can raise every one of these stats to 10, which would give us an overall skill of 60. So our current ability is 8. We have a potential of 60. We got bonuses here to our energy weapons because that's what we were shooting. If we happen to be shooting missile weapons, we will raise our missile weapons skill. And if we are shooting ballistic weapons, this will increase as well. So that's how that works. Damage screen obviously looks the same as what it did in the beta. We got 23 total kills, 2 air units, 5 turrets, 16 vehicles, no max. We took 131 damage and dealt 511. Nice work, able to recover the materials from the Raider cache. Farhad has already started repairs to the Leopard and the Centurion. You made him a happy man, though I doubt he'll admit it. So completion rewards, we get another 50,000 C-bills. And we claimed a reward. And now we're supposed to talk to Fahad, but we're going to do that another day. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget, thumbs up, thumbs down. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to go see BB Wolf, BBWOLFE, over on Twitch and say hi. And like I said, tell her what a great job she did. And we will see you guys next time. Cheers.